Yo, what's going on, Fire Nation? It's your boy Zuko, back with another Survival Games episode for Minecraft Pocket Edition. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my own personal experience at my first part-time job, and I think it's going to be a pretty funny story. So if you guys dig these kind of stories, you dig survival games, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But we're going to go ahead and get right into the match, and we'll go and discuss our story. So basically, guys, my first part-time job, I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It was at yeah, it was at McDonald's. And this, as bad as it sounds, guys, I know you're probably thinking, you're like, oh my god, Zuko, you worked at McDonald's for your first part-time job, really? Like, as bad as it sounds, I can assure you that it was a lot worse. Like, it was the single worst job I have ever had, and I'm gonna tell you guys why in this video. So, I started working there when I was a high school student because, I wanted to have money to go out, take girls out, to pay for video games, to get things that I wanted for myself, just also pay for gas money because I was a new driver at the time. And I didn't want to have to rely on my parents for those types of things. So that's kind of what motivated me to get a job in the first place. Why I picked McDonald's, I have no idea. I think it's just because maybe I was looking online one day and I sort of saw like, oh, McDonald's hiring now, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So that's probably what motivated me, to get a job there. But anywho, guys, back onto the story. I was hired by these two people, a guy named Juan, and this chick named Sandra. I never knew how to pronounce her name, but I got hired by them. And the funny thing is, even though they hired me, they ended up hating me later on. And the even funnier part is they were basically, it's so ironic. They hired me and they ended up being the single most evil people in existence, at least, in my life during that time. And so I'm gonna tell you guys why. Juan was that type of dude where he was like the main manager of McDonald's, and he had this really weird like superiority complex. Like, he thought because he was an owner of a fast food restaurant like McDonald's, like he was like James Dean. He thought he was like the coolest cat out there. And and it's funny because for me, like everyone who worked there treated Juan like he was the shiz, and I didn't really give a crap about Juan. I was just like, all right, you're just a dude who works at McDonald's just like I am. So I don't know why you think you're so high and mighty, but he had that really weird mentality. And so because our mentalities were so different, where for him he eats, sleeps, and breathes McDonald's. I mean, this guy was so into McDonald's, his breath smelled like freaking Big Mac all day. But because he was so into McDonald's and I really wasn't, we didn't get along that well. So the funny part is, he hired me and then he ended up hating me later on, so that's kind of ironic. But anywho, the chick Sandra, the second manager, she was really mean too. She was probably meaner than Juan, which is pretty ironic because she's a chick. Usually girls are nice, but she was evil. And she had this weird tendency to insult you. Like, she'll be like, hey, you're a scumbag, but then she would smile at you and it would kind of confuse you, like, are you insulting me? Are you giving me advice? Or like, what's the deal here? And so she would do that so often, it was really confusing. But anywho, guys, the funny thing is, my first day at McDonald's, I parked outside of the restaurant because there was this really intimidating sign that said, like, if you park here, we'll kill you. Okay, it didn't say that, but it was something to that extent. And I didn't want to get a parking ticket because, I was a new driver. I was scared of, that kind of thing, like getting parking tickets and stuff like that. And so I parked outside on the street, hoping not to get a ticket. And then after my long shift at McDonald's that day, it turns out it was a street sweeping day where you were not supposed to park on the street. Go figure, the one day out of the week, and I parked there. And I got a parking ticket for that. So I had to pay a $50 ticket on my first day. So that entire day was pretty much all for naught. The money I made for that day was just, went to the paying that ticket. And that really sucked. But, after that, as I got to work at McDonald's more and more often, I realized, like, this is a really crappy place to work. And the main reason is because, one, some of the managers, the main ones, Juan and Sandra, were such evil people. Like, they were just horrible people, guys. I mean, honestly, they were horrible. And so, after, working for them, I was like, oh man, this sucks, and it wasn't bad enough that the managers were like completely, demons, deep inside. Like, the customers were no better. Like, honestly, there was this old guy, right? He would come in every single day to McDonald's, and he would order the same thing, like a chicken sandwich and fries or something and like coffee. And every time he came in, every day, he'd be like, how much is the coffee? And I'd be like, it's, $1. And he would be like, what, $1? Are you kidding me? $1 for a small coffee? Are you freaking serious? Like, he would just go ballistic, and I'm like, dude, like, it's just $1. Like, you know how much Starbucks charges for coffee? Like, if you want, I will take out my wallet and I will pay for your coffee. Just, get the frick out of here. This guy was a nut job. And so this happened every single day, and I just got so sick of it. The customers, like, you gotta figure, the people who kind of eat at McDonald's religiously, they're the people who are kind of, I don't know, they're just like a lower class type of people. I'm not saying this is for everyone, but generally the people who ate there, for me, at least at my location, were all like lower caste people who really were just so obnoxious. They didn't really know how to, I guess, be cool. So that's pretty much the types of people I dealt with on a regular basis, was these types of like really obnoxious people. So the funny thing is, after a while I realized, okay, the managers suck, the customers suck, and I did make some friends who were coworkers, but there was this one dude who kind of sticks out in my head because he was a wiener, guys. All right, there's this dude named, I think his name was Ernie, right? And I guess before I came to McDonald's and started working there, he was like a little ladies' man, and all the girls thought he was cute or whatever. But then when I started working there, apparently these girls who used to think he was so great, like, they're like, wow, Joey is actually really cute, and they kind of stopped giving this Ernie guy all the attention, if you will, and he started to hate on me for that, even though I thought me and him were cool. And he would like spread rumors about me and try to tell these girls bad things about me, like, oh, Joey's a player, Joey talks to too many girls at one time, Joey did this, that, just basically pull anything out of his butthole that he could think of. And so, I really didn't like that too much. That was not cool, because I did think we were friends at the time, and later on I learned about this from some girl who, told me about it, and I was just like, wow, like, this guy's a scumbag. And so, not only were like the coworkers really lame, for the most part, the girls were really nice to me. I guess they thought I was, cute or whatever. They were really cool, but the dudes, like the dude coworkers, were so, I could not stand them. And so, after realizing the coworkers were lame, the customers were lame, and the managers were lame, like, there was pretty much nothing keeping me at that McDonald's. I was just like, okay, I'm so ready to quit this job, like, for reals. So after a while, the managers started giving me less and less hours. Like, they'd give me like, one shift a week, and I'd be like, really? Like, you want me to ask you for more hours? And so I just got kind of tired of it, and I just told them, like, you know what, I'm putting in my 2 weeks, I'm out. And so, yeah, deuces. And that's pretty much what happened, guys. I just ended up quitting McDonald's, and apparently someone drowned and we won the match, so that's pretty cool. Really, really strange. Anyways, guys, that is the story for today's video. I hope you guys dug it. If you did, don't forget, do me a huge solid, leave a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because it's much appreciated. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Much love. I'll catch you all later, and peace.